Hello, sir. My name is Akshi Agiwal. I am from the Media and Public Relations Committee at IIM Raipur. We are honored to have with us today Pavan Chawla, sir, the founder and editor of MediaBrief. So we are very happy to welcome you to IIM Raipur's 9th Leadership Summit.
It's a privilege to be here. Yes. And I'm also a senior advisor at AdFactors PR, which is India's largest PR agency and one of the most awarded ones.
Yes.
Yes.
So, sir, with your permission, may I start with the interview?
Please.
Okay. So, my first question goes, so you've had such a diverse journey across journalism, media, the strategy, corporate projects. Looking back, what were some of the key decisions that you took in your journey that have shaped you? Some of the key decisions, certain risks that you took, because of which you are where you are today?
Okay, I've had a diverse journey, and you don't know about the fact perhaps that I was selected for a commission in the army. I wanted to find out OLQ. OLQ is officer-like qualities. Hai ki nahi? But dear friend, his father was a colonel in the army. He said, Pavan, yaar, tere vich hai ki nahi OLQ? Punjabi mein bola unhone, Chandigarh mein. So I tried, I got in, but then my father was getting retired from an RBI job, government job, and things were very difficult at home. So I had to stay home and, sort of say, I can't go away. I will be with dad and help him out with the family expenses and things like that. बहुत पहले की बात है ये. So that wasn't a bad, it was a very good decision to be with my dad and mom and family. But then when we talk about my career, I also did the Oberoi School of Hotel Management program. Okay, years ago, when it wasn't OCLD, it was OSHM. They only selected 30 people from India. I went there, and then I found out they were sending me to some Gopalpur on sea kind of place. I said, I still have to be home, and you promised me Bombay. So they said, no, we can change. And they had their reasons, and they were justified. But then unfortunately, I couldn't go. So that was another thing. Then a friend of mine told me, you're really good at writing, and English language was my favorite subject. And if I hadn't done an MA in English, then I would have done it in Hindi. Because both languages are beautiful. I love them. I did an MA in English, and then I became a journalist. And I joined the Times of India. And I used to work with even the president modernization there at that time, director modernization rather, Mr. Arun Arora. And used to write ads for Economic Times about the metropolis on Saturday. It was a publication. And I joined as a trainee journalist and went up to a decent place, which was, I became magazine coordinator and de facto editor of E-Times. So I was in journalism. Then big decision that I took was I was nice and sort of settled there and feeling happy about the fact that I love to write and I'm getting paid to do what I love to do.
Yes.
But then this was around 1994, जब आप पैदा नहीं हुए थे. And what happened then was that television was mushrooming, coming up. And I called Mr. Arun Arora, who had left the Times and gone to Sony Entertainment Television as India's first 1 crore plus CEO in those days of a media company. I called him, he knew me, and I had a very good rapport with him. So I said, sir, I want to join Sony Entertainment Television. यार पवन तुमने तो टीवी किया ही नहीं है. मैंने कहा तो सर आपने कौन सा किया है? आप तो CEO बन गए. तो बहुत हंसे, कहते तू बहुत मुंहफट है. Don't ever do that with any senior. But then I joined Sony. I became the EP of the thriller shows. So shows that I created are Ahat, CID, Hina, Bhamar, Mahayagya. They are the best shows in India, even if I say so myself. Very satisfying.
Yes.
But what was my risk? I was leaving a very known thing, and I went to television, which I knew nothing about. And the first promo that we shot, my team was ready, the actors were ready. Raksha Bandhan का एक promo था, हमने बहुत अच्छा लिखा भी था. Our head of content liked the promo. She said, Pavan, आप बनाओ. So camera, lights, everything is done, and I'm saying, okay. Sir, action होता है. मुझे ये भी नहीं पता था. So I learned from there, and I became, I grew in television for over the years. Then I went into PR and Copcom because Sony said, our relationships outside are not good enough. You've come from Times of India, Metropolis on Saturday. You know how all of this works. You know the journalists, you know channels and everything, how they send material. So why don't you look after this now, because you have an insider's view. So I did that also. So it was very, very fulfilling. And today, I mean, about 17, 18 years ago, I bought the URL called MediaBrief.com. And I didn't want to buy some .in, .this, .that. And in those days, I got it for 15,000 bucks, जबकि 65 या 99 का एक URL आता था एक साल के लिए. I just wanted to keep it. I knew I wanted to do it. So now, over the years, I've been doing MediaBrief, and it's doing very well by God's grace.
Yes, sir. That was quite a journey.
A very long answer. I'll keep the rest short. I have a session next. Please.
So, you mentioned about writing. So my next question comes with AI and the digital tools.
You dropped one.
No, so that's a sequence that I'm following.
Okay, you can cut this. Start your second question again.
Okay. So, you mentioned about writing. So, with AI and digital tools that are shaping so much of the content today, a lot of people worry that the human creativity that is involved in writing and creating, and the media thing that is there, that might get lost because of AI. So, what are your views on it? What do you feel about AI growing in this sector?
Okay, AI is something that can do millions of permutations, combinations, and read reams of data and come back very quickly. It has to be your able ally. I don't say servant, right? Okay. And it can do so much of time saving, quality work in terms of no errors, no whatever.
Yes.
It all depends on the input. You and me and us as humans need to shepherd it. Yes. Need to be in control of what you're asking it to do and the errors it can possibly make.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making it, oversimplifying it. इससे ज़्यादा कुछ है नहीं. But nowadays you also get AI kind of apps that say, this is not just an app that will say, make a video for me. This is my description. It says, you can even tell it to direct the video. I want this kind of lighting. I want this kind of person. I want this kind of attitude. I was shocked. I saw that only yesterday. Okay. So it can go to any lengths, and AI is here. You wait till 2035, we will not recognize the world.
Yes.
Right? So as long as we are ahead of the curve in terms of learning how to use it, how to deploy it, and keep training ourselves on aspects about AI, that will help us in our jobs and help us remain ahead of the threat of redundancy that employees have. It's very important, and I honestly can't give you such a big answer in about 2 minutes, but yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay. So, since communication and leadership go hand in hand, we as MBA students look forward to this advice. So, something what MBA students do. So, what would you advise to us that we can do better to work on the communications part?
To become better communicators.
Yes. We as MBA students.
Yeah. And look, the most important thing in communication is to listen. First and foremost. Suno. क्योंकि आप communicate क्या करोगे? Imagine you're in a meeting.
Yes.
Right? I'm not even talking about addressing a big panel like is happening here, the Leadership Summit, your flagship today, which I have a session in. You need to listen first and see what is being spoken. इन्हें चाहिए क्या? And then, if you don't go prepared, if you don't have the information that you need to understand and place the entire conversation and ask in the context, then what will you say? I may sound like Amitabh Bachchan. Okay, I don't, not in a year of Sundays. And my wife may be, my voice may be great. But the moment I open my mouth, if it's what I say is not interesting, you will say, Chodo yaar. So you have to be great listeners, and you have to speak properly. You have to not be conscious that, I'm a Punjabi, I might say player and layer and treasure instead of pleasure, leisure and treasure.
Yeah.
But you cannot even let yourself go कि मैं तो ऐसा ही हूँ. You have to make an effort. It's all about the effort, because you want to project yourself not artificially but to the best of your ability. And the best of your projection is depends on what Piyush, who's at the camera, hears you, what he listens to, the kind of voice, the kind of, not the voice modulation, but the text and context.
Yes,
So in communication, most important, try to better yourself in spoken language, understand, remove errors from your conversation, right? I mean, I'll ask you one little question. How do you pronounce OF? फट से बोलो,
Off.
जोर से बोलो.
Off.
Off. Okay. And O double F, switch.
Off.
More F, no?
More F, yes.
No,
Off.
actually, when you see what happens, they say the Prime Minister of India, India, OV is the pronunciation of OF. And don't feel bad, because I must have asked 1,000 people this, and not one of them gave me the correct answer. It's not just to say, "Arey, tumhe nahi aata." No. It's just to say that we have to be conscious about these things.
Okay.
COMPARE is compare. COMPARABLE, comparable. No, it's comparable. चलेगा, धीरे धीरे लर्न. अब आप comparable पूरी यूनिवर्सिटी में किसी से भी बोलोगे तो बोलेंगे इसको आता नहीं है. So listen, speak well, organize your thoughts, and develop your voice in terms of the throw. You know, इसमें मैं आपसे जैसे बात कर रहा हूँ, फोन आया तो हेलो, नो, दैट्स रॉन्ग. बी नेचुरल. पतली आवाज है, मोटी है, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Communication is about reading, about your knowledge, and about putting it all together smartly.
Yes.
You go for a pitch to a business house, you go with all the information about them. What is their SWOT? What is the ecosystem? Where are they staying? Where are they placed? Right?
Yes.
What do I know is their pain point? See the past 5 big interviews with that leader where people may have asked difficult questions and the answers, and see where they stumbled. See their campaigns, check their website, do an audit. Oh, they got this error here, this here, there. SEO is not very good. अच्छा, Google का ठीक है, but AI वाला SEO अच्छा नहीं है, क्या करेंगे? So you go prepared. Communication is not about being one up on somebody. It's just being prepared and being able to speak properly and in a very professional way, with due respect. Don't be cocky, be yourself. Don't be servile. Be confident and professional and polite.
Yes, that's a very great advice for MBA students. So my next question is, was there ever a moment where you chose to lead in a way that would make a difference in certain things that you're doing? So if you could highlight upon.
I'll tell you, it's all about belief. Never say no until you've gone that route. I'll give you the story. Indrani Mukherjee, the lady who had the problem about daughter's murder, and then she came back out. She was released by the court and all. So I'm not commenting on what happened. Do you know who I'm talking about? Okay. Indrani Mukherjee, there was also a series on Netflix, a docu-series about her. Okay. So she told me, she was the head of INX Media, and she told me about on a Wednesday, "Hi Pavan, I was heading PR and Copcom and content and marketing. So Pavan, she used to speak like this, so I'm not making fun. A very nice sing-song way of talking. Hey Pavan, I'm going to Hong Kong on Sunday. Do you think you can fix a meeting with me, for me, with maybe South China Morning Post or Wall Street Journal?" We had never gone that side. So we had no connections with those publications. I said, Indrani, we are not buying potatoes, okay? I will try. I don't see anything coming out of it, but I'm not giving up. I immediately went to the net and I got those contact details and say, "Hey, I'm writing from here. Very sorry. Indrani is coming. She's done this, that, and the other." I had created a small detailed note about her for ENY's Entrepreneur of the Year. And I sent it to them. So South China Morning Post didn't even respond. But Wall Street says, "You know what? In the last 7 years, my wife has never, and the kids have never been away on a Sunday, but this time they are. And I have time between 10 and 12 on the Sunday. I can meet her for brunch." I said, "There is no agenda." I went running to her, I said, "You can go. I've set it up." She says, "What?" It happened. She met him. They had a conversation. And 1 month later, Wall Street Journal comes out with the top 50 global women entrepreneurs to watch out for. There were only 3 from India. One was Indira Nooyi of Pepsi. The second was Anne Warrior of Cisco, and the third was Indrani Mukherjee. You should never say no. Try your best and go ahead. There are many other stories, but I don't have time now because I have to run. What else?
Yes, sir. So, looking at your outlook and the way you answer questions, I'm very curious about this. So, is there a book, something that inspires you? Is there a mentor, like something with respect to the pieces of content that has in a way shaped your outlook?
Books. There are so many books. I mean,
Books, yes.
I like the writing of George Orwell. I'm talking about books on the grammar side of things. For instance, language style.
Language.
George Orwell says the most difficult thing is writing simple English. Try this. I urge you, I don't challenge you. Write a whole essay or a whole story or a narrative in words that, in sentences that don't have more than 8 words and words that don't have more than 8 letters. No jargon. Give it a shot. Read George Orwell's Animal Farm. Perfect example of that.
Okay.
Somerset Maugham, all these writers. Books, there are so many. There is ILM's book on videography, industrial light and magic. Then there is one, Jacob, who wrote about television programming and content.
Okay.
There are a lot of books. I mean, always swear by the AP Style Guide. It's an amazing one. And one mentor that I've really, really admired is Madan Behel. He's the MD of Ad Factors PR. I've also got a podcast on MediaBrief.com with him. Please watch it. There is so much he has to share. He spoke about, I've built Ad Factors with the spirit of corporate spirituality. Find out what that means. A lot of things there. So lots of people, believe me, I can't tell you who's inspired me. There's so many.
We'll surely
It's difficult. This is
look
like
up
telling a mother, कौन से बच्चे favorite हैं? ये तो reverse हो गया ना.
Yes, there's a lot of fun. Yes, sir. So the last question. Based on your experiences, sir, what advice would you offer to the students of IIM Raipur who are about to enter the corporate world and become better business owners?
Look, I hope that you may have or you have made the decision maybe at least a year before you decided कि मुझे यहाँ जाना है. Sometimes what happens is you're chasing a certain placement, but something else comes and falls in your lap. And your parents and friends say, यार बहुत अच्छा है, कर ले. आपको जाना था, जापान पहुंच गए, चीन. But you made up your mind that I can do it, I'm tough, I'm resilient. If that is the case, fine. Don't fight your heart and take the opportunities that you get because you're in a very good institution like IIM Raipur. So you're prepared, whatever. And so many crises and so many contingencies are hurled at you, even in the sector of your choice. What will you do? ये तो हमको नहीं सिखाया था, ये थोड़ी बोलोगे. You will get into it after informing yourself and going the right route.
Yes.
Right? So be prepared for whatever you get, but chase what you want. Very important. And if you've decided that, हाँ मैं अभी कुछ बच्चे मुझे मिले यहाँ पे, मैं बच्चे बोल रहा हूँ, I have 45 years of experience, so I say that with affection. You're like my children.
Yes.
Sir, I have only 2 months. I've just been 2 months in the system. So they're the new ones. And they tell me that. So I said, great. Now I hope that by the time they finish their first year, they are pretty damn sure मुझे जाना कहाँ है. Right? And then you start preparing like a mad, possessed person, as if you are writing a PhD thesis in all the general information that you need about that space. And all the major players, all the competitors, all the trends, how AI is impacting the space, how technology is impacting it. Look at not just socio-economic. Now the word is socio-technomic. Because they are so closely interwoven. Just be prepared and you will reach where you have to. Write as much as you can. If you are a communicator and you want to become one, even better. If you don't write, to aap angutha chapo. A person who does not write or who does not read, who can read but does not read or does not write, is no better than an illiterate person. No better than an illiterate person. Aur kuch?
So that's all. We've gotten quite a few insights about it. So yes, thank you so much, sir, for joining us at IIM Raipur. We have we've got to experience and to listen from you about your experiences and insights. We're truly honored to have you, sir, and we really look forward to hearing from you again.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you very much indeed.